groups, and stakeholders to exercise restraint, responsibility, and caution in their public engagement on this matter. A statement by the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Joyce Ramnap, emphasized that the Just North Local Government Council, like any other party, dissatisfied with a judicial pronouncement, retains the constitutional and legal right to seek redress through the appellate process. As such, all parties should allow the due process of law to take its full course without resorting to actions or statements capable of undermining public peace and harmony. The statement reiterates the Plateau State government's commitment to the rule of law, constitutionalism, and the independence of the judiciary, adding that it will continue to provide an enabling environment in which all residents can lawfully pursue their legitimate activities while respecting the local customs, values, and traditions. Women in Plateau State are being encouraged to take advantage of real estate investment opportunities as a pathway to financial independence and wealth creation. The call was made during the first ever all-female co-owned estate opportunity program held at Devotion Hotel in Jos. Our correspondent tells us more.
First ever female co-owned estate opportunity aimed at providing women with a platform to collectively own and invest in real estate property brought together some wives of Plateau State Local Government Council chairmen, heads of women association, among others. Convener of the initiative, who is the founder and president, Pan-African Young Women Development Initiative, Jovia Bupar, said the program is designed to give women access to property ownership and investment opportunities in real estate.
When this opportunity came through Andrent Homes and seeing that they have a package for the women, and then we already have an existing organization for women, we grabbed it.
Adron Homes Territorial Chief Responsibility Officer Yemi Malomu says that through collective ownership and investment in real estate, women can create sustainable wealth for themselves and their children.
When you key into real estate, you are actually empowering generations to come, because the land, you understand, does not go bad. It doesn't, get out of fashion. Real estate has been even before us and will continue.
There were goodwill messages from wives of Riom, Barkinladi and Pangshin Local Government Council chairmen, among other remarks. Plateau State President, Igala Women Association Ramatu Abdul Salam, and representative of Wowikan, Plateau State, Hannatu Kim, all applauded the initiative.
Now it's an opportunity for every woman to own her own property.
With this initiative, I believe even our husbands will help us because the payment is little.
The program ended with the grouping of women into various Adron home real estate investment plans in Jos, Rotkan, Nanfa.
3 young girls trafficked from Barkinladi local government area of Plateau State to Mali under the guise of securing employment have been rescued, and this followed coordinated efforts of the Global Anti-Trafficking Organization. Our correspondent reports that the girls were taken to the headquarters of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Plateau State Command, for documentation.
The 3 girls were taken to Mali this year with the assurance of giving them employment, but they later discovered that they were there for prostitution. A community leader in Barkinladi, Daniel Kim, said the girls were lured to go for employment, but they were exploited instead.
Luckily, they bumped into somebody who is there also from Plateau State working. When he was making a phone call, they heard him speaking the native language, so they ran to him and pleaded for assistance. When he now picked them for safety, he called home so that they will be rescued.
Wife of Chairman Barkinladi local government, Elizabeth Pwajok, who appreciated God for their safe return, said they will be taken to the hospital for proper checkup before handing them over to their families.
When they are for business or they want to work, after working, then it's something else, and they run away from the hand of the sponsor.
Focal person, Global Anti-Trafficking Organization, Jumai Madaki, explained that the girls were brought back from Lagos to Plateau State by the wife of the Barkin Ladi local government chairman.
We have to rescue them. And, we have to look at rehabilitation and reintegration. And that's what the Barkin Ladi chairperson is trying to do. Get them something to do. You have to sort of rewire their thinking. If not so, the trauma can take them the other way around.
One of the girls recounted their experience.
After I finished my school, one of my friends tell me say she did Senegal. Did I want to come? I tell her say yes. I go meet her for Lagos. As I meet her for Lagos, I ask her, me and my cousin in Rose. Then we ask her say which type of work. She say no be ashawo. She no gree tell us as they come. We want to cross border. I can't suspect something.
I am Bolchitpam.
From the legislature, Speaker of the Plateau State House of Assembly, Nanlong Daniel, has applauded the groundbreaking ceremony of the 500 cattle per day ultra-modern abattoir in Heipan, Barkin Ladi local government area. In a statement signed by the Speaker's press secretary, Philip Eplong, Daniel described the feat as a bold and visionary step that would accelerate economic growth, create jobs, and reposition Plateau State as a leading agro-industrial hub in Nigeria. The Speaker commended Governor Caleb Mutfwang for his foresight and commitment to diversifying Plateau's economy through strategic investments in agriculture and livestock development. He further described the facility as a catalytic investment that will move Plateau from subsistence livestock trading to value-driven agro-processing, noting that the 500 cattle per day capacity plant will serve not only Plateau, but the neighboring states. The Speaker is optimistic that the abattoir will generate thousands of direct and indirect jobs for Plateau youths and women. Daniel said under the upstream, farmers and pastoralists would benefit from a modern, transparent market for healthy livestock, leading to better prices and improved animal husbandry practices. The Speaker assured investors and development partners of continued legislative support. He congratulated the people of Heipan and Barkin Ladi local government area for hosting the landmark project and expressed confidence that the abattoir will serve as a catalyst for prosperity, industrialization, and sustainable economic transformation in Plateau State and beyond. The concerned youth, Nanla Nanzing, has urged the Federal Character Commission to investigate the representation of Plateau indigenes in all federal government establishments in order to enforce strict compliance with Federal Character Commission's guidelines. Nanzing made this known during a press conference held at the NUJ Press Center in Jos. Correspondent Simon Swatke has the details as presented in our studio.
Addressing journalists, the convener Plateau Youth said the trends contradict the federal character principle in Nigerians' constitutions and has fueled a sense of inclusion among Plateau people despite the state hosting strategic federal agencies.
While we acknowledge the qualification and contribution of individuals currently occupying these offices, we find it difficult to ignore a pattern that has emerged over the years. Cumulatively, effects of this appointment have created perception among many Plateau citizens that they are being systematically excluded from the leadership opportunity in this institution situated in our ancestral land.
He said the Plateau Youth Council has wrote to the Federal Character Commission over what it described as persistent injustice in leadership composition, especially at the National Veterinary Research Institute, NVRI, VOM. Nazin added that no meaningful response has been received since then. He listed 10 federal institutions currently headed by non-indigenes.
These institutions include the National Veterinary Research Institution, VOM, headed by Dr. Nick, as Acting Director General / Chief Executive Officer. Federal College of Veterinary and Medical Laboratory Technology, VOM, headed by Dr. Chukwu O. Chukwu as the Substantive Provost. Federal College of Animal Health and Production Technology, VOM, headed by Dr. Mrs. C. Nkiere Chukwu as acting provost, Federal College of Medical Laboratory Science and Technology, FECOLAC, headed by Professor Sunday Nkiru. University of Jos, headed by Professor Tanko Ishaya as the Vice Chancellor. Industrial Training Firm, headed by Dr. Afis Olutayo as Director General. Federal College of Forestry, Jos, headed by Dr. Sunday Melo as Provost. National Center for Remote Sensors, headed by Dr. David Jeb. National Institute for Peace and Strategic Studies, NIPS Kulu, headed by Professor Ayo Obotayo. NTA College Jos, headed by Mrs. Paulina Suleiman as Rep.
Nazin said it does not oppose merit-based appointments and acknowledges the qualifications of current office holders, but was quick to appeal to President Bola Tinubu, Governor Caleb Mutfwang, and APC National Chairman Professor Nentawe Yilwada.
Focus on the Family Foundation has acknowledged the unwavering commitment of women who have distinguished themselves in touching the lives of humanity in different fields across Plateau State. Convener of the foundation, Evelyn Kano, stated this while presenting awards of excellence to 13 distinguished individuals during a ceremony held in Jos. Our correspondent reports that the event took place at the Parliament International Conference Center, Lamingo Road, in Jos.
The recognition award ceremony brought together friends, family members, and well-wishers who gathered to celebrate the achievements and contributions of the recipients. Among those honored were the Vice Chancellor of the University of Jos, Professor Ishaya Tanko, Chairperson Gender and Equal Opportunities Commission, Olivia Dazem, former member House of Representatives, Benny Lar, alongside other notable awardees. Presenting the awards, convener of the Focus on the Family Foundation, Reverend Evelyn Kanus, described the recipients as individuals who have made significant sacrifices and paved the way for future generations through their dedication and exemplary services. Speaking on the theme, Give to Gain, celebrating women's gifts, grace and growth, Reverend Kanus emphasized the importance of building strong families, which is the foundation for a strong nation.
It's been an amazing journey. When I see the Plateau woman, definition of the Plateau woman, you see the woman of Plateau, they crush nuts. They are ready to sweep, they are ready to do anything to fend for their children and their women. But it's the empowerment. It's the empowerment they need.
Responding on behalf of the award recipients, Professor Isha Tanko expressed appreciation to the foundation for the honor and recognition bestowed on them.
We believe in what we do it for the purpose of the development of society, and not significantly by growth, but also by economic development.
Guest speaker at the event, Hansatu Adebite, who delivered a presentation on empowered women creating wealth, seizing opportunities and expanding influence, urged women to take advantage of investment opportunities, particularly through social media platforms, to contribute meaningfully to the economic growth.
So you are not empowered because of your title. You see, oh, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a widow, you are this or that. All those titles and labels is not what makes you valuable. It is first understanding the value you were created to bring to this earth. So where are you contributing? That is the first thing that you have to establish for yourself.
The events also featured song ministrations by the Simji Children Foundation and Equal Women Fellowship in Jos, Nerotruang.
In matters pertaining to health, Barikin-Ladi local government area has launched the seasonal malaria chemo prevention campaign aimed at protecting children against malaria and reducing malaria-related illnesses and deaths in the area. Speaking during the event, wife of the council chairman Elizabeth Pojok expressed excitement at seeing the large turnout of women and children. Details of the report is presented from our studio.
flagging of the campaign, wife of the chairman of Barkin-Ladi Local Government Council, Elizabeth Pojok, appreciated the Federal Ministry of Health, the Plateau State Government, chairman of Barkin-Ladi Local Government Council, and other donors of the SMC drugs for their commitment to improving the health of children. Mrs. Pojok encouraged all mothers and caregivers to take the campaign seriously by ensuring that every eligible child receive and take the drugs as prescribed.
This intervention has proved successfully in reducing malaria cases in hospital admission and death among children. As mothers, caregivers, community leaders, and stakeholders, we all have a role to play in ensuring the success of this campaign.
Chairman of Barkin-Ladi Local Government Council, Stephen Pojok, who was represented by the Deputy Chairman, Philip Pam, reiterated that health is wealth and urged parents and guardians to make their children available for the SMC exercise. He noted that malaria remains a deadly disease but can be prevented through timely administration of the SMC drugs. In separate sensitization, the Director of Primary Health Care, Linda Chuang, and the rollback malaria manager, Marta Guaha, stated that the intervention has significantly reduced malaria mortality in Barkin-Ladi Local Government and Plateau State at large. Representatives of Malaria Consortium and the World Health Organization, Mary Michael and Kazim Ibrahim, commended the wife of the chairman for providing an enabling environment for partners to effectively carry out their activities. In a goodwill message on behalf of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Apostle Samuel Asika expressed appreciation to the wife of the chairman, development partners and donors for their support towards improving child health. Dagum Ray of Barkin-Ladi, represented by Dagum Kwok Cholo Yang, expressed profound appreciation to the government, donors and health workers for their dedication to safeguarding the health of children.
And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that the Iran deal set to be formally signed on Friday in Switzerland is not final. He says the U.S. could go back to dropping bombs if the agreement doesn't work out. The U.S. president was speaking during the final day of the G7 summit in France. Earlier, G7 leaders called for a robust agreement to follow the Iran deal. United Kingdom Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said the UK would play a full part in getting the Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping channel essentially blocked by Iran, reopened. And that wraps it up for us on News Track, reaching you live from our refuel facility. You can stay tuned for global news that comes up by 6:30 p.m. and news update by 10 p.m. as well as staying tuned with other programs on the platform. Stay with us and thanks for joining.